This video discusses the Paperwork and Jobs tab in the Candidate Hire file. At opening here, we're sitting in the Cook Register where we were in the previous video. We're going to click onto the Paperwork. And the first thing we're after here is a teaching certificate for people who, of course, are foreign teachers who require a teaching certificate. And we want to answer whether it's required or not. Yes or no, if it is, and the authority. So if we don't have an authority, we can put no teaching certificate, or we could type in the British Columbia, whatever, put in the number and expiry date if that's applicable. And we introduce to you the very first point of this rating. And what we're doing in the process here is trying to set up a series of rating checks so that the staff entering and the reviewers can set a series of ratings along the route, and thus they can see this at the end when we get to the decision process here and help them make their decision that's less arbitrary and more quantitative. Okay, I have some alerts here because for example, the passport has no citizenship, so I would put in the citizenship of how about we try Canada? What the heck? And then we can rating is it good, average, or so Canada would be good, so it gets a good stating because we know the people from there. Passport country, we should put that in as Canada, as I was just, and you'll see then the alarm goes away. The passport country is fine, but now we've got a situation where the passport has expired. So we need to update that, or this is a problem. So at that point, we can put this in as poor, and it shows as poor because the passport has already expired, and that's not a good system. Now the work visa is another thing. Again, it's expired, or the status could be could be problems highlighted, and hence you wouldn't highlight it as poor. It's just a frank question to the people. And you have to make an assessment on this. And the government ID, of course, may be relevant. Certainly for a local person, it's relevant. And if they can't produce a government ID, it's not going to be the best for them. But if they can produce a government ID, then you get a chance to rate that. So then we can then move on to set up the job. So we've said that the job, it's a local, it's a foreign, it's for teaching, and it's teaching a foreign job. It's a skill level, and we're looking at a skill level of what grades are we teaching here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the teaching areas, we're going to be teaching English, academic English, tourism, all sorts of things. And if it's just, we're going to be teaching preschool, we'll just tap this in. And for skill level, it's high. So we're looking for high skill level. Okay. The start date requirements, what we're putting in here is the start date that we expect. So at this point in time, we're in 2017. I'll jump ahead to and say we want someone to start, for example, on August the 1st, which is tomorrow. And the required end date would be a year later. So that would be September the 1st, August the 31st, 2018. And the required term, I guess I'll have to put that back in. And then we want to know when they're available to start. So we then type in, okay, so they're available to start first. So that's good, gives them a good rating. Okay, now salary expectations. The salary offered, for example, we might put it in as US dollars $1,900 per month. And the salary expectations of the person are $2,200 a month. So we then, and finally, if we get an agreed salary, we can put it in. But at this point in time, we say that okay, that's a poor situation because we know that that's not matching. Okay, now the benefits. This has been done before, so the benefits are not filled in. But normally, the benefits are drawn right from the contract documents and dumped into here as defaults. This allows the negotiator to actually enter the information in here, and that will then show up on the contract later on. And so at this point in time, we don't know what the benefits are, so we can't really say anything, so we'll just have to take it out.